Hey, this is Adam Carolla. Go to podcast1.com for the best podcasts out there, like mine and the one you're about to listen to. Another great Carolla digital production. That's podcastone.com.
This is Carolla Digital.
Hello, my little mini muffins. It's me, Allison. Before the show officially starts, we have time for a few words. Here's one. Here's a bunch, actually. You guys, I've gone rogue. I'm recording this in my apartment without Gary. So if we want to talk about Gary, now is the time. I'll start. First of all, he's very tall. Taller than you'd expect. Also, he's very nice, but maybe too nice. Like serial killer nice. I mean, I've never seen anything that would suggest that. I'm just saying it's the kind of thing where if it happened, I would be on the news saying he was very nice and also very tall. I'm just kidding. I have nothing negative to say about him. Gary, please don't kill me in my sleep. I'm just kidding. I mean, I'm not kidding about not wanting you to. I'm just kidding that you would. I'm sorry. Gary's going to hate this, and this is going to make it so that he's never going to let me record one of these on my own, but he's not the boss of me. This is already off to a great start. I want to say that on the last podcast, I was kind of cranky, and I was sad, and a lot of people reached out to say they were sad that I was sad, which makes me happy. I mean, not that they were sad, but it makes me happy that people are so nice. But I just want to say that, like, shortly after recording that, before it even went up, the small thing that was bothering me was pretty much resolved. So I feel a lot better. So shed no tears for me. I am fine, except I'm fine, but right now my dryer doesn't work, so we are air drying all of our clothes. It's sort of like the Great Depression or Gone with the Wind or people's lives where they don't have dryers, and it takes longer than I would have thought to air dry clothes, and I actually just had to blow dry some underwear, which was very fast. And I'm thinking maybe I'll just hand blow dry all my clothes now because my underwear is not only dry, but it has a lot of volume. Something else that's on my mind. And by the way, some people complain that all I do is talk about myself here. But without Gary to temper me, I'm really, really just going to delve into the minutia of me. Here we go. So tonight, VPN, which is the Video Podcast Network, is recording the Adam Carolla Show, which, as you may or may not know, is my other, that's the show I do 5 days a week, and 1 day a week they broadcast that live on Ustream. They stream it live on Ustream, and so now I'm regretting going into this kind of detail, but anyway, I have different levels of how much makeup I put on, from absolutely none, like right now, it's naturally beautiful, but also not. And then I have what I refer to as the TV makeup, and then I have somewhere in between. So I was putting on TV makeup at the beginning, which I really is a pain. That's kind of the level of makeup that I would put on for a live show where I'm going to be on stage. And frankly, I hate wearing that kind of makeup, except for when I need to. And the first thing I want to do when I get home is take it off. And I have lamented that you can't just peel off your makeup, which really, if anyone is in the peelable goods field, $1 million idea for you. Why can I not just slap on my face in the morning and then peel it off at night? A lot of ladies would be interested in this. Or like a press-on, like Lee press-on nails, you could have a press-on face. But instead, no. We still must spackle it on with sponges and brushes and other things and other whatnots and miscellany. So anyway, that's what I was doing. And then one day I thought, you know what? I'm tired of this. I'm just going to put on much less. Still same eye makeup, but not all the face junk. And then, because I'm stupid, I was reading YouTube comments, which always make me feel good. And someone said, and here's the thing, it wasn't even a shitty comment, it was just observant. Is it just me, or does Allison have a lot more, what was it? Blemishes and freckles. Is it just me, or does Allison have more blemishes and freckles than she had in the last 4 episodes? So then I thought, God damn it, they've noticed. So now I don't know what to do. I mean, I guess there are worse things. But I think I have it. And ladies, other women, do you also have this? I have it in my head that maybe it's just my insecurity that makes me feel like I have to put on all this makeup. And really the truth is that people can't tell the difference when I have it on or when I don't. And so this is just confirmation that no, they can. It's not a real problem. It's just sort of a thing I'm bringing up. Okay, I think it's time for iTunes Comment of the Week.
Alison wants your iTunes comments. Alison wants them, yes she does. Please leave her some iTunes comments and don't forget to click 5 stars.
This comment is from Kate D. Sachs. And it says, I love it. Or no, it just says love it. I'm assuming it's I, because if it's not her, then, that's weird. Love Alison and Gary. Alison is such a great interviewer, and it's so fun to hear Gary chime in. Well, sorry, Kate. This is a bad one for you then. I wouldn't make it through the workday without them. Thanks to the show, I have been introduced to so many great new artists and comics. Thanks, guys, and keep it up. Well, thank you. That is very nice. And I love your comment. And if you want your comment to potentially be the iTunes Comment of the Week, just leave us a comment and click 5 stars, because that is our favorite amount. I've said it before, but if there could be 10 stars, that would be my favorite amount. As I'm saying this, I'm realizing there is dog fur in my keyboard. How is this happening? It is not as if my puppy is rolling around on my keyboard. I mean, unless there's something I don't know. All right, I'm trying to think if I should do fan phone call, which is a risky, bold move to do that without Gary. Or I could answer a question that came in on email. Or I could tell you guys, okay, I will think about that while I tell you about the fact that we are, as I've said, we're giving away a free iPad. Of course, it would be free to you. I'm bitter because I want it, but it's from Citrix, and we're giving it away. And here is how you can enter to win it. Just tweet us with the answer to the following question. It's Citrix, but it's GoToMeeting. And I've talked to you guys about GoToMeeting before. It's a way that you can have a meeting online, and you can do everything that you would in a face-to-face meeting, but you can do it online so that you can you could be sitting there without pants if that's like what you're into. Or you could be at a coffee house, whatever. So anyway, if you could host a meeting, a GoToMeeting from anywhere, where would it be and why? So tweet that answer to us at ARIYNBF with the hashtag AlisonFreeIPad. That's ALISON free, FREE, iPad, IPAD. Once again, if you could host a GoToMeeting from anywhere and why, where would it be and why? Tweet at ARIYNBF. I'm talking in this weird way. Okay. What should I do, you guys? What should I do? Maybe we should do... Oh, that's weird. Now my phone is ringing. You guys can just hang out with me while this call comes in. Oh, it's my sister. I have to pause you guys. Hang on. Hey, you guys. It's me again. Alison from before. Okay, this is what I think we should do. I think we should call Gary as part of the fan phone call. He'll love this. And this will allow us to figure out how the quality is, and we'll be figuring the sound quality, and we'll be figuring it out, in real time. But not in real time, but in what I'm saying is if this is a horrible failure, then you guys will be right there alongside me as we all discover it. And Gary doesn't know that I'll be calling him, so I think that he'll be excited. I'm trying to find his number. I find that, let's just search it in here. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. All right. I'm not going to say here we go again.
On a fan phone call, Alison wants to thank you all. On a fan phone call.
You guys, my phone died in the middle of dialing it. I'm going to have to grab another handset. Hold. Here I go. I'm grabbing another handset. Here I go. Still talking to you. Now I'm on my way back. I just sat in a chair. Okay, we're trying this. What? Ugh. I swear. Apparently you can't drop phones as many times as I have. 'Cause It's ringing. In case you're wondering what that sound is.
Smith?
Hello, Gary Smith. It's Alison Rosen. I'm calling you as part of the fan phone call.
Hey, Alison Rosen, how's it going?
Pretty good. This might be a failed I've already explained this to listeners. It might be a failed experiment, but I thought we'd call our biggest fan, and that's you.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm extremely excited that you have called me. What are you doing this fine day?
Well, right now I'm talking to the listeners, and other than that, I'm gathering some news for tonight's show. I have a big debate about what level of makeup to put on. I already discussed that with them. What are you doing?
Well, I was just sitting around hoping that you would call me and thinking of who you remind me of in terms of idols. I would say Jesus.
Wow. It's crazy that I've gotten a young Bill Cosby and Jesus, like, all in just a couple of weeks.
Yeah, well, I mean, you've got range, sweetheart. If there's anything that you've got, it's range.
Well, thank you very much. Are you at the studio, or are you home?
I am. I'm at the studio. I was having a meeting with our good friend Maddie from our ad sales department.
Oh, well, I look forward to hearing all about that, not in this call.
Okay, that's fair enough. I think this call should be about you.
Yeah. Well, no. This call would usually be about the fan. Oh, I know. I'll ask. Here's a question that I always want to ask them. How did you first discover me?
I was sitting in my office one day, and this girl walked in, and it was you.
Actually, I remember the very first time I met you. It was at I think it was at that Sledgehammer party.
That could very well be the case. Back when you were auditioning, I wasn't involved in the Adam Carolla show, so I didn't see very many of the auditions. But I do remember thoroughly enjoying meeting you and being very pleased that you were the news girl of choice. It was a very welcome change.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I remember I came in, you were in the control room, the old control room. You were at the computer, and I thought, who is that? He's very nice, and I don't know who he is. And then I think I had a conversation with either Katie or Christy where it was a discussion of who is he, he's nice.
Oh, well, that's
See?
very sweet of
You've
you.
always...
I'm a big fan of yours, Katie's, and Christy's, so that's very nice of you. I don't remember that interaction so vividly because that night was a little bit crazy for all of us trying to produce the live Ustream thing that we did during that Sledgehammer party, but I remember being very pleased that you were the one selected and knowing that if I ever got onto ACS that it was going to be very, very easy to work with you.
Well, thank you. All right, I'm gonna let you go now.
Okay.
But I'll talk to you later.
All right, bye.
Bye, Gary. What an asshole. Yeah. Not really. I'm just kidding. I hope it's clear that I'm just kidding. I'm sure it is clear that I'm just kidding. But still trying to recover from the fact that he doesn't remember first meeting me. It's humbling. And I don't mean humbling in the fake way where people accept an award and they say it's humbling. I mean humbling in the way where I truly feel like, oh, guess my shit does stink. Just a little bit. I was about to tell a dog poo story, and I decided I'm not going to because I personally encountered some disgustingness this morning with my dog and his back left paw. But I'm not gonna share it with you. I'm just gonna keep that inside. Anyway, I think we might be good. I think it might be time. Oh, no, I will tell you this. Okay, so as you guys know, probably, I am engaged. And I am now becoming that person who is thinking about weddings and thinking about venues and just all of that stuff. And there's a whole huge amount of information and like a whole industry. Well, I'm not saying anything that is a surprise around that stuff. And today I was thinking, should I be spending time on Pinterest? And should I become this person? And I think I am. And then I want to solicit advice from you guys. Like I know that it's a very personal thing, all these decisions. And yet I still want to ask people, like, which of these two things do you like better? But I'm hesitating, I think, because first of all, I don't want to be that person. And then also because I feel like it's supposed to be between Daniel and me, but I just want to open it up. So maybe I will. I think I'm going to. I will. Done. Thank you for helping me make this decision. Okay, here is part 2 of my interview with Jenny Mollen. And we debuted a brand new segment, brand new, in this part of the interview. So please enjoy that. If I haven't said it already, I probably have. I've either said it 4 times or none. But why not get the bonus episode of my show, which was recorded live at the LA Podcast Festival with Doug Benson and Greg Proops, and it is available for $1.99 in the comedy album section of the iTunes store. Okay, I love you, and I'll talk to you later.
Alison Rosen, Alison Rosen is your new best friend. Alison, with her good times never end. Alison Rosen, doing the wavy pencil dance again. Alison Rosen, Alison's your new best friend.
Do you get along with your mom now?
As like a friend, I don't really feel like I have like a mom in my life. Mm-hmm. She's more my friend or / my kid. She always felt like a big sister I was trying to keep up with more than anything, you know? But yeah, I think I try not to like need that from her. And I think it really affects me in just my relationships in general. My girlfriends, I had this thing that in the pitch part of something that I did, say was that I got my 2 best girlfriends BFF necklaces, giving each of them half a heart, but myself a whole heart to underscore the fact that I don't need them as much as they need me. And that really sums up like, just my, my sort of, just my relationships in general. It's hard to be vulnerable and intimate and close to people when you grow up feeling like, it's not safe.
Yeah.
So.
Do you relate better to men, do you think? Or more easily?
Relate better? No. I just feel like I know how to, like, work them better. I think I just, like, I get men. I just, like, I feel like I've, like, learned how to, like, work that. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't say I relate to them because I'm definitely not one of those girls that's like, yeah, I totally relate to men. I just have no female friends. I'm not that girl at all.
Right.
I'm just more like, I'm scared of intimacy with people. That's why I have lots of dogs.
Yes.
I
can totally relate to being afraid of intimacy with people.
Yeah.
And yet craving it and yet
and
being
it's like,
freaked out.
Go away, no, come back. Go away, come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. But here's the thing that I hate though. Being aware of it and yet still feeling like, oh God, I accidentally got too close to that person and now I need to get away.
Oh,
but
I do that
feeling
a lot.
like, but I don't want to act this out. I don't want to be wanting to act it out. And yet inside I'm like coming up with reasons why I have to get out.
Why I can't see them. Yeah. Or my one girlfriend, I call her every day when I'm here. And, the minute I'm in New York, it's like she won't hear from me for like 2 weeks. And she's just like, how do you detach like that? Yeah. But that's survival. That's like your childhood defenses. You're using your childhood defenses in your adult life, and that never works.
Mm-hmm. No, you're so right. You're so right.
Yeah.
It's hard though because those childhood defenses are the things that
kept you safe.
Yes,
and with
exactly.
your parents and your like, your family of origin, you still have to use them because your parents will never change.
Right.
So you have to use them there, but you can't use them in day-to-day life because it just fucks you.
Yeah. I need to write all this down on my hand so I can. I would wake up with it on my face.
Right.
So I remember it.
Perfect.
There was something I was just gonna ask you. Oh, damn it! I think I've lost it. It was. Oh, are you bi-coastal?
Kind of right now, yeah.
Is that because of a project?
Well, my editors are in New York, but I don't need to necessarily be there, but it does help because I can get stuff, I'm on their time zone.
Right.
That helps a little bit. But Jason's also shooting the new Genji Cohen show, and that's for Netflix, and it's called Orange is the New Black in New York.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys have an apartment there as well?
We're paying a shit ton on rent right now. No, we don't have a place we own.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really killing me because he's more the spender than I am. I'm the person who's like, we're all going to die. We're going to lose everything. And, and he's always just like, yeah, la, la, I want this, I want that, Mm-hmm. So that's where our struggle is.
Well, it sounds like you guys are a good balance, except for also that would create fights.
Yes. We fight sometimes when he's like, I want this painting. I need it. And I was like, there's nowhere in our house to hang anything unless it's like now, like, I don't know, on the back of like the doggy door. Like there's no other space because he's just like you know, we have shit everywhere. Yeah, he's a hoarder, and I like to throw everything away because I'm not sentimental.
Wait,
and I don't like attachment.
Is he an organized hoarder though? Because
not really. No,
oh, really?
I wouldn't say that. I mean, a little.
Okay.
He's more. Yeah, his OCD doesn't. I wish he was more organized with that stuff. It just feels like it's. Yeah, that stuff's a little haphazard.
Do you save cards? Because I just threw some out the other day, but I feel bad when I do it. But then I think, why am I hanging on to this?
No, do you want to know? This is pretty fucked up. I didn't do this, but I wanted to take a pile of these fucking Christmas cards with everyone's baby on them, and take a pile of me, and then have it like lit on fire.
It'd be funny.
You
could put that on Vine.
This? I thought it would be so funny because it's like, you guys, this is how I feel about these fucking postcards. Like, take me off the list. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be on the mailing list. My house, because I was in New York, so I got home and it was just like bombarded by like 1-year-olds.
Yeah. What I noticed this year is that a lot of people chose the same card design at Snapfish.
Interesting.
There's a lot of the same template. Mm-hmm. Although I liked receiving them this year because I went for a few years without receiving any cards and thinking, wow, I mean nothing in a lot of people's lives. But I think I've now hit an age again where I think people just weren't sending cards. Yeah. And now I'm the age where people have babies that they need to send.
My sister is so good. My sister sends fucking birthday cards. She sends out like birth announcements, thank you notes, things I just don't do. And I think that's part of being an adult.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about
haven't
that.
embraced.
I'm really bad with, like, I hate admitting this, but someone else's birthday in general is kind of just like, ugh, that's how I feel about it. Even though that's really not the appropriate reaction.
Right.
It's not about me.
Right.
But it's like, ugh, now I feel like I just can't handle the stress of having to deal with that. But it's like so unfair, and it's not like it's out of the blue.
Right.
I've known,
I've had the heads up.
Yeah.
You know what's awesome? Having an assistant. I make her do all that shit.
Really?
Yeah.
I need to get one of those.
They're not that expensive. I mean, people will work for very little money. And it's awesome.
I could just get an intern.
Honestly, you should, because like I now look such a champ with everybody.
The only thing I need them to do is
send birthday cards, send flowers, thank you notes. It's awesome. It's awesome. Yeah.
I'm gonna look into that.
Yeah.
I think it's time for Just Me or Everyone.
Sometimes I ponder on something I have thought or done. Is it just me or everyone?
All right, so this is where we say whether we also do these things or if it's just them. I am not Tom Green says, I take a deep breath before drinking apple juice, hoping it isn't just cold pee. No, I've never been concerned that I'm about to drink urine. You?
No. I take a deep breath before apple juice if ever I'm drinking it because of all the carbs and sugar I'm about to ingest.
See, I typically
I get neurotic about that.
steer clear of fruit juice because
I
don't
juice.
like it enough. And it's
not
like
worth it.
No, I'd rather eat something.
my calories.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Gary, drinking urine?
No, never crossed my mind, but I don't drink a lot of apple juice, so.
Right. Oh wow, a theme. Z Blanc. When I drink Dr. Pepper, I sometimes swallow air with it and pain ensues. This happens with no other soda. I do think Dr. Pepper is a little more, or it's very heavy on the carbonation. But lately I've noticed, so we got this exercise bike that I've been riding every day, and afterwards, crazy bike burps. I think that I'm swallowing air while I'm on the bike or something. I don't know what's going on. So I need to stop doing that because it's uncomfortable.
Yeah, carbonation while you're working out. Interesting.
Yeah. Dan the Dodge. This really is a trend. Horrible gastrointestinal pain when flying. Mild Cyclub. Yeah. This is very much too much information. But yeah, I for some reason being on an airplane affects my bowels in a not good way.
I think everyone gets gas when they're on an airplane.
Really? See, I always think it's just nerves, like nervousness or something. But maybe you're right.
Chelsea Handler has a thing about I don't even know now when she said, but a long time ago in her act, she used to say how like you could literally be talking to somebody, having a conversation, and just be like farting the whole time on an airplane because like it's just it all smells that way. You're not gonna have any repercussions.
Yeah. Why does it always smell like farts on an airplane?
Because everyone's farting.
Maybe that is why. I just assumed it was some gross. I just assumed it was
pretty
some
disgusting.
kind of thing on the plane that smells like farts.
No.
It's my farts.
It's just everybody farting.
Raulio I-88. Is it just me or everyone? I can't read something if someone else is holding it. I don't like to read something if someone else is holding it. But the thing that specifically makes me want to chew off my own arm to free myself from the trap is when I'm looking over someone's shoulder at the computer.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have to say, because Gary, I'm sure this has happened with us, and I've never felt it. Like in a work setting, I don't feel it.
Yeah.
I feel it more when, and I love my younger sister.
Yeah.
But it was like, let me show you different bridal videos. And things like that when she was choosing different things for her wedding. And I was like, I do not want to watch. I'm trying to think of the name of some bridal dress maker. I can't think of it anymore. But at one point I knew I didn't want to watch that while sitting here over your shoulder while...
No, it's not fun.
Yeah.
But don't you sometimes when your sister sends you like, what do you like better, this or this? I think this one. I'll always be like, yeah, that one. And I never look at what it is.
Oh, really?
Well, my sister's just like a bit neurotic. Like
Yeah.
she's just kind of always is having a dilemma. She's a Libra, so she's always of two minds about most things.
That's kind of how I am, actually.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but I feel like just embed it if you can.
Yeah.
In the email. Coltrane's mom, ever reach into your purse for a pen and pull out a miniature skateboard instead? No, but I pulled out a tampon when looking for a pen. Anyone else with the miniature skateboard? I feel like that's really going to be just her.
Well, that's obscure. That's
Yeah.
really obscure.
Yeah, no.
All right. J-Butt, 1984. I feel like I am cross-eyed if I don't have my contacts or glasses on. No, because I don't wear them.
Yeah, I don't either.
I wear glasses. I don't know. That one doesn't apply
You
to
don't
me.
feel cross-eyed when you have your glasses off?
No.
Okay. How blind are you without your glasses? Or how much do you need glasses? How bad's your vision?
I can drive without them. But for a computer, for how much I work on a computer, I kind of need them. And I have prescription sunglasses. I get when I like been wearing my glasses and/or prescription sunglasses for a long time, and I take them off. It takes like 5 or 10 minutes before I get back to whatever shitty level I'm at. I feel like I drop down even worse than
Right.
yeah.
Right. Kaiser tie knots. When I take a day off from work, I leave the alarm on to fulfill the everyday fantasy of turning it off and going back to bed. No, I definitely don't do that.
Me neither. I have like an internal alarm clock.
What
That
time
I
does
just
it
start
go
to
off?
feel the anxiety of like, I'm not productive in life. But I think that comes from being an actor where you don't have a set schedule. I mean, I'm sure it's like my schedule is so haphazard that
Yeah.
if I don't get up like at 8 or before 8, I start to panic.
Well, for me now, I mean, this job with Adam Carolla is pretty regular. But back when I was more like, I would have intense periods of work, and then I would basically be unemployed, and then intense work, and I would always want a break when I was working. But then, as soon as I wasn't, I felt like, "What the fuck am I doing?"
Totally.
So, yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. T says my watch band is either too loose or too tight, but never just right. Gary is nodding. I don't have that. You have that.
With my current watch, yeah, definitely.
Do you think you just need to make a little hole in between two holes?
Yeah, but I don't want to do that because
Right.
the holes are so close together that I feel like it's going to end up
One
with one
big-
giant hole, and then I'm fucked.
You don't want that. Jenny, watch situation, watch issues.
No, I'm good on my watch.
Okay, good. Bryant Rich says, in movies and TV, when grads throw their caps in the air, I get anxious, wondering how they'll all get their own hats back. No, I don't get that, but I think, someone's eye's going to get knocked out. It's dangerous.
I remember both times I graduated throwing my hat up, and I never wanted my hat back. I kind of wanted it to disappear into the abyss.
To go into orbit.
Yeah, and I actually didn't look where it went because I felt like that was like,
Right, like saying
it's time
goodbye.
to say goodbye. Yeah.
Right, sort of like when I went to the worst summer camp in the world, and I won a ribbon in pony showmanship. I think I placed 6th or something. And I came home.
Was that
and
dressage?
No, it was. This was a Western style camp, so it was
Nice.
just like walking the horses around. I forget there was things we had to do with them, but
Loping?
I think the ponies loped and probably dragged me. So anyway, I came home and I cut my ribbon up in pieces and I flushed it down the toilet as a way to purge the whole
Yeah,
experience.
interesting.
Not quite as triumphant as throwing the cap in the
yeah,
air.
yeah.
Gary cap?
I didn't throw my cap in the air at my college graduation because I knew my mom would want it, and she virtually started crying when I walked up and handed it to her because she
that's
hadn't
cute.
said anything because I don't think she wanted to tell me what to do, but I
Right.
knew she'd want it.
I didn't know that you get to keep your cap.
Sounds like
We
you have a
didn't.
good mom.
Oh, we paid for that. Yeah, I had to buy my cap and gown.
I thought we rented
yeah, we had to
ours.
buy ours.
Maybe I'm remembering wrong. This is what I know. I know that in high school, everyone pinned their cap to like the crown of their head in this way that looked kind of chic, but I just stuffed mine on the top of my head. Like,
The Swedish Chef.
yes. So then when I graduated college, was not going to make that mistake again.
Right.
So I had bobby pins and everything, and I like got it the perfect angle. So it was,
So you couldn't pull it off.
yeah, well, but yes. Yeah, you're right. I actually couldn't. And also at this point, my hair was still curly, and I think that it was one of those days where I'd used too much gel, so I had that like the wet, dry hair, but the wet, like it wasn't good. It looked like a hat with like fusilli coming out of it.
Nice.
I couldn't figure out which pasta to go with.
I like that you went with fusilli. Yeah, that's awesome.
It's the only curly pasta I could think of
Yeah, that's
in a
good.
pinch.
That's really good.
But everyone else at this point just wore their hat on straight, so I looked all wrong. I looked like I didn't take it seriously.
Yeah. Well, you were a fuck up.
I know. I totally was. It didn't go as planned. All right. Do we have time for the closing JMO song? Okay, so I did my podcast live at LA Podfest, and Doug Benson and Greg Proops were my guests.
Oh, I love them.
They're really funny,
Yeah.
but they felt like all of my segments needed closing songs, so they made up one
Nice.
for Just Me or Everyone, the closing of it. Here's part of it. It's a little bit long, but I think what we're going to have to do, not before this one, next time, we should just re-edit it to the part. We'll talk about it later. Let's play the song.
Is it me?
This is Greg Proops.
Or is it everyone that has neurotic compulsions that compel them to tweet in the middle of the night when no one else is asleep? And yet I feel that Alison can totally relate to these neurotic fucking musings of mine. It's an endless song that starts again right now. Is it me? Or is it everyone?
Here's my favorite part. It's so good. It didn't even feel like you made it up now. I believe that it
Thank
exists.
you. There's pudding and it scares me. There's lights and they're afraid. There's a chicken on my stoop, and there's a robin in the yard, and there's a fucking thing that happened the other day when I was in my car.
For some reason, there's pudding and it scares me. Cracks
Hilarious.
me up the most.
There's pudding and it scares me. It's like he does turn into a musical theater guy.
I love it.
That's amazing.
And that episode is available as a special bonus episode for $1.99 in the comedy album section of the iTunes store. Now, we also do a segment on my show called
Hey, go fuck yourself.
I'm trying to think if there's
yeah,
anyone
why don't
I
I just
need.
see
Do
if
you? Do you have any? I'm trying to think if there's. I know that I probably do need to tell some people to fuck off. Well, I will say here's kind of a general thing. I've been impressed lately with people's ability to, in one comment, insult me and the female guest on my show. I don't. I don't only have women, but for some reason, just lately, and we'll probably get some for this show. That like they'll
I'm
write
sure
in
you will.
and somehow.
I'm sure you will, for sure.
Somehow,
People
like,
often
take out.
hate me.
No, but it's not. I don't think it won't be you. It's just somehow it's like I don't know. But somehow they're like I took out Maria Menounos and you in one sentence,
right.
Or like Melissa Stetton and you. So and it's for different things. That's the thing. Like it'll be like insult. Like
I'm trying to find some asshole on here. Like, who has been mean to me lately?
have you noticed on Twitter that
People love to, like, talk shit. They're like, you married the pie fucker. Like, he is doing nothing with his life. You know, just, like, this kind of shit. And it's like, you have no fucking idea anything about my life. You know?
I actually just remembered reading he had said something about what Mitt Romney's wife? No.
Oh, yeah. I wrote a whole article that
Yeah.
that he didn't let me publish about people. This fucking, what is her name? Megan something at Fox News, that blonde.
Kelly.
Megan Kelly. And she looks like a Cylon. And she's horrible. And then this other woman who runs Twitchy.com.
Yeah.
They're total cuntbags. And they basically said that Jason is a misogynist because he said something about, like, fingering Jenna Ryan's asshole, which he honestly just sometimes says things just, it's more to entertain me. Like, he's just trying to, we're in the same room tweeting and he's just trying to shock me. And it's like, poor Jason is, like, such like he's such a woman in so many ways that like he's getting ganged up on by these bitches that don't know him. And
They were
the funny
calling
thing,
for him to be fired by Nickelodeon, right?
exactly. And also they're thinking that this means that we're like total left wing, just like Democrats, which is not. I mean, I would actually listen. I would actually entertain a lot of what the Republicans have to say if they would just like shut the fuck up about like religion, my body, and just all of this, like all of their moral shit just needs to go away.
Right. But keep it focused
because,
on policy.
Sure, I'd like to keep more of my money than I'm keeping now.
Yeah.
But I can't take them seriously because they make themselves look just like a total joke, and that was kind of what this was. And they started saying that I support child rape because they go through my Twitter timeline, and I made a joke about Jason being nominated for a Teen Choice Award, and I was like, you know what that means? Tons of 8th grader pussy. Make sure your children vote, which is like, I'm obviously kidding, you guys, obviously kidding. And, they would write these scathing things. On Fox News, she's like, you can take a look at his page, but I wouldn't advise it. It's despicable. Just like he's a pig. They need to go fuck themselves.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tell them.
So
Go fuck yourself.
Did it bother him, all that stuff?
he was devastated. Oh yeah, because he
I
didn't
remember
expect any of this.
As it was happening, I was following some of it on Twitter.
Yeah.
I followed you already, and like I wanted to write just like some sort of like, I'm so sorry for this bullshit you have to go through right now. Like I felt so bad, but the way you were both of you were handling it, I couldn't tell whether it was actually getting to you guys.
It
or not.
really got to him. I mean, I was angry. And I wanted to say a lot of things that he and Nickelodeon both told me that I couldn't say. What really pissed me off was that fucking Nickelodeon is like, your wife said this today. Your wife said that Dora the Explorer is obviously a drug mule. Like, it's like, he's like, my wife doesn't work for you.
Yeah.
So she can say whatever she
right,
wants.
That's weird.
But they were all over us. And Jason was
that's
really
interesting
upset.
they were, though, because I remember the other side was like, why won't Nickelodeon take a stand or whatever? Because
Nickelodeon wanted it to just go away.
Yeah.
I mean, they were like...
So they're like, just lay low.
Oh, yeah, lay low and don't engage. Mm-hmm. Don't admit any kind of blame. Don't take any kind of blame. Just don't engage. And, of course, it was hard not to engage.
Yeah. Well, so what kind of negative shit do you get, and does it bother you?
What kind of negative shit
do you get aside from that?
Aside from that, I get a lot of people going, "You're a nobody. You don't have any. You would be nothing without Jason." Which I'm like, what am I with Jason? I don't know how that helps, but just a lot of like, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. You're a Hollywood person who doesn't know what the real world, this kind of thing.
Yeah. Does it bother you?
No. I mean, I love when they're like, you're only famous because. I was like, you think I'm famous? I love you. Yeah, no, I don't give a shit. I really don't. I now like can kind of sift through it all and just go, this doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. It's not, I don't get it all the time.
Yeah.
Jenny Johnson gets a lot more shit than I do. She gets some crazy haters. I think because of her Chris Brown stuff.
Right. Well,
but we always talk about that, and she's just like, dude, these people like want to murder me.
Yeah. His fans are so
rabid
loyal.
and just psycho.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because I mean, I ran afoul of Team Breezy once.
Oh, you did?
I mean, just because
they get nuts.
Because on the Adam Carolla show we had talked about some Chris Brown story,
right?
And both Adam and I had said negative stuff about him.
Right.
And then it was, someone's just like, I need to shut my mouth about him and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And this person, I don't even know why. I should not have engaged with this person. But
sometimes you can't help it, though.
Yeah. But this person was like a huge Adam Carolla fan. And I was like, for the record, Adam feels said the same things I did or feels the same way. And they're like, oh, well, then that makes it okay. I'm like, what? Shut up.
Oh, God.
Hey, you know what I wanted to say to them? Carrie?
Hey, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. I usually never feel better when I write back.
No, I never do. I feel like, I get mad. I sometimes love to like retweet them because then I let the people that follow me talk shit to them. That's kind of an easier.
Yeah, I know. That feels better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So new segment, which we have a song for, and this is where we talk about good things that happened to other people that then made us feel petty and like, why did that happen to you, not me?
Yeah.
Person in the entertainment industry.
I see that you've done something that I really want to do. Hooray for you. And now you're getting kudos while I sit here getting screwed. Hooray for you. I am so very happy that this fortune came your way. I didn't mean to say you don't deserve to have your day. However, you'll forgive me if I feel compelled to say hooray for you.
Thank you, Trap Dog. That's who does the songs. So anyway, I had a few, which is Jeff Garland has a podcast, and it's number one.
Really?
Hooray for him! Or for a little while. For a little while, it was, or I don't know if it still is.
Have you met him in person?
I have not.
We'll talk.
Okay. I mean, I don't actually begrudge anything. I'm just saying, since I have a podcast, naturally, everyone else, hooray for you.
Right.
But then he had Lena Dunham on, and I
Lena,
really like her, and I've been wanting to get her on my podcast for a long time. I even have her personal email address, and it's like perennially on my to-do list is to send her an email.
Yeah.
However, I feel like I don't want to just be like, hi, do my like I feel like I need to really explain who I am, how I even have her email address, so that it's not like, why are you, you know, or whatever. So for probably, I don't know, 6 months now, I've been planning to send this email, but I just haven't. And so then she pops up on his podcast, and she doesn't seem to do a lot of podcasts. So that
that's
so I felt
irritating,
jealous, and competitive. That
she would totally do your podcast. She's like the sweetest.
You know her?
I mean, I kind of know her. We email. Does that count?
Sure. Yes.
We send videos of me popping Jason's zits and her popping people's zits back and forth.
How do I get in on this so that then I can convince her
That's
to do
what
my
I think.
podcast? Send her a video
why
of me
don't-
popping someone's zits. You make that.
Why don't I like send her the link to this podcast?
Okay.
You know.
So then she'll hear this.
Yeah.
Hi, Lena. Please do my podcast. I think
she's
you're
so
great.
nice. I mean, she
Yeah,
would totally
seems-
do it.
okay.
She's not like. I mean, she's just like humble and normal, which I love, which is so rare.
Good. I do. Yay. Yeah. But so anyway, I was like, how is it that I'm feeling jealousy over something that I didn't even? It wasn't like she
No, I
said
get
no
that
to
way
me.
too.
I never even
I'm
reached
like
out
jealous
to her.
of like even kid actors. I'm like,
Yeah.
why is this fucking kid actor doing this? And Jason's like, what? It's like a little boy. Like, who cares?
Right. But
But
still,
I can't handle it.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm
I
totally
totally
aware.
understand.
I'm totally aware.
It's crazy, right?
And I'm thankful for everything I have.
Yes.
And I know that it doesn't mean it. I'm sure it's all in me. I'm very well aware of that.
Totally.
Then the other one,
yeah.
Julie Klausner. Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
She has. Okay.
She doesn't follow me, by the way.
She doesn't.
No.
She doesn't follow me either.
And honestly, I think Jenny Johnson told her, like, oh, you should follow Jenny. And this was 6 months ago. So I'm assuming she looked at my page and just decided that was a no.
Maybe she didn't though. She might not.
Like, what is wrong with her? Why won't she follow me? No, I don't know. But it bothers me.
Well, here's what bothers me. Although, again, this is all about me.
Yeah.
She has a podcast. What's it called? It's
I don't know.
oh shit. This makes me look like a bitch that I can't remember.
I
it.
defriended her because she wouldn't follow me.
Because I knew
I'm
it.
not
It's-
petty.
It's something like what happened this week. But
And she does it out of LA or New York?
no, she's New York.
Okay.
Anyway, it's temporary brain fart. I swear to God, I know the name
But you're
of
pissed
this
about it?
podcast. Well, she had a big New York Times story about her.
Oh, that's irritating.
About her, yeah.
I don't
So
like
that's
that.
what it was. So I was like, really?
Yeah.
A big story in the New York Times about a woman who has a podcast. I know of one. Her name is Allison, and she's sitting right here.
Yeah,
and she's
totally.
very nice, and she deserves this attention too.
Yeah.
And why does everyone not think she? Blah blah blah. Blah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
But then I step back and I'm like, but you know, attention to any podcaster, especially any female podcaster, is actually really good for the rest of us.
Yeah, it's great.
But the little voice inside
Oh, yeah.
feels like, well, hooray for you.
Totally. I completely understand this feeling.
Oh, no. I was looking to you. I thought maybe you were looking up the name of her podcast.
I was trying. I'm having trouble finding
Okay.
it.
No problem. No worries. It is something like this. God damn it. Again, I repeat, this is not a sign of any cuntitude towards her because I know the
No,
name.
it's
It's just the pressure
yeah.
of trying to remember it. I'm trying to think if I had anything else. Oh. Well, actually, Nikki and Sarah Live on MTV, and I had
Oh, yeah.
Sarah on the show, and I totally like them. And
Yeah.
them, I truly feel like that's good. It's
Yeah.
good.
Is it on yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's-
How is it doing?
Oh, I don't. It's the second episode just aired. I
Got
don't
it.
know,
Okay.
but it seems to be getting a good reception.
All right.
I think it's good. Like I've watched it, and it's really funny.
Okay.
So I actually do feel mostly just good about that because it's good for any podcast to be turned into a TV show. But a
Oh,
little
that was a
bit,
podcast first.
yes,
Oh,
yeah,
got it.
You had to be
Okay.
there, or it still is a podcast, but so a very small
Right.
hooray for you though, because of
Right.
course I feel like
Right.
this should be a TV show. Hello, of course. Do
Right.
you have any sort of
millions?
yeah?
Millions. I mean, I can't even count all of the people I feel that way about. I basically feel that way about everybody. I mean, actresses all the time. Mm-hmm. Other tweeters, if they get like, a magazine spread or this or that. I mean, even like, I mean, it's just like, I get so just envious.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, and now like they have another like, they got 50,000 followers off of that. I'm just like,
I know.
what am I talking about?
I know. How do you snap
They don't
yourself-
even live in my life. I don't even see. I don't even like know some of these people.
Yes.
Like, I'm mad about imaginary people online. Having success.
Yes. How do you snap yourself out of it?
Jason just looks at me. He's like, "You're fucking crazy. Like, what are you talking about?"
Yeah.
I just can't. I think at the end of the day, you have to just think like it's good, because if it's somebody that you're jealous of, except when it's like young little like kids that I also get jealous of, but more mainly like when it is other females, putting their voices out there, it's only good for you. It is.
Yeah.
Like it is. I mean, the people whose books will come out this year, like, are only good for my book next year. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. And, Chelsea's success has been amazing. I've known Chelsea since like, we used to go into Barnes & Noble and like put her book up at the front, her first book, to try to like buy the, nobody knew who she was. And, watching her just like meteoric rise has been incredible. And she's one of the few people that I've never looked at and been like, why the fuck is this happening? Because I saw how hard she fucking busted her ass to get where she is.
How do you know her?
We did a movie together like years ago. And she's so generous and so amazing. And I don't think that I would have my book deal if it weren't for, the road that she's paved. Mm-hmm. So, that kind of thing. It's like certain people, I'm just like, it's like, I'm happy that it has happened and that somebody else has like already been there, because it means that it can happen.
Right. No, I know. That's
but
what
normally
I try to
I'm a fucking
myself.
bitch. I'm at home and I'm like, oh my God, like so-and-so, like, why didn't they ask me to do that?
Yeah.
Or why doesn't this person, I mean, I'll even be like, this person follows that person and not me. I mean, that's even like, I'll get really just ridiculous.
I know. Yeah, I know. Me too. I know. So I just want to reiterate, though, to the listeners that I'm not saying that I condone any of this.
It's just human.
It's just human, yeah. Because that's the thing.
Yeah,
is
and if
that,
you
like,
don't own up to it, then again, you're lying.
Right. But I try to, my thing that I'm trying to do is at least public, like if I can help someone or if I can retweet someone or anything, even if it's someone where I feel like, hooray for you, I will do it because I want, more of me wants to support other people and feels that way. It's just that but the reason I'm sharing this other petty bullshit with the listeners is because I think that probably all of us deep down feel this stuff. And I'm just saying, hey, let's just admit it, because and let's not beat ourselves up about it.
Well, have you ever had this happen where literally you're like totally threatened by somebody and like kind of jealous and just like you don't want to know too much about what they're doing because it'll like hurt your feelings, and then all of a sudden you tweet something like great and they retweet it and they're fully supportive and like healthy and completely unaffected, and I feel like an extra big asshole.
Yes.
Like I was totally jealous of them, and look, they're like supporting me and like telling everybody to read my shit. Like I suck. Yeah,
I know. But see, maybe they're just no, they're hired as better people.
I don't know. They could be doing what you're saying, where it's
Right.
like I'm still, but yeah, in my mind, I'm like, oh God, and look how nice they are to me, and I'm a bitch.
I know.
Certain people I can't even hang out with, to be honest. I will go out of my way to avoid them
Because it makes you feel too.
I feel terrible about myself.
Yeah.
I'll leave feeling like shit.
Yeah. Yeah, well, see, but that's smart to avoid that situation then.
I try to, or is it just like, get the fuck over it? Everyone has good things happen. I don't know. Because Jason's like, Jenny, you can't just avoid them. They don't mean anything. They're not trying to hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
They're just telling you good things that are happening, and you're avoiding them because you don't want to hear them.
Right. Are they are they for sure not trying to hurt you at all? It's really just
I
you're
really
reacting
don't
to...
think they're trying, but I don't know. I feel like a lot of people I've been around lately are total name droppers, and I can't handle that. Mm-hmm. Then I'm just like, are you trying to impress me? Are you trying to? Because they're not trying to upset me. I think almost they might be trying to like
impress you.
Yeah, and be like, I'm hanging. I'm in this world. I'm in.
Right.
It's just like I'm like I don't
I
care
actually
about that.
I found in New York more than I do out here, but when I would sit down and hang out one-on-one with other people who were in my field or industry or whatever, we'd mostly just sit there and just talk about our anxieties in a way that actually you'd think that would be like, oh, so good for the soul to find out I'm not alone.
Right.
But I would walk away just feeling more agitated. I don't know why.
Interesting. Yeah.
I don't know why. I find it's easier to be happier out here, for me at least. There, I feel like people, although I loved living there, but it was like so, I was just 100% of my focus was on my career and on feeling nervous about my career. Whereas here, there's just a lot of other stuff going on for me at least.
I honestly feel the opposite. I
Really?
wonder if it's where you came up.
Maybe.
Like in which market you kind of came up.
Yeah.
Because here it's like I know more people. I like have a history with a lot more people. I have to like answer to a lot more people. And in New York I kind of feel like I'm every man. I'm just like a one person walking down the street, and not everybody's in the business here, and not everybody gives a fuck about, being famous. Whereas in LA it's just like I'm also around a lot of actors that are like, did you go out on this pilot? Did you go out on this pilot? It's like, stop. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it might be that thing. For me, I think that people here are less intimately acquainted with my history and with everything.
Totally.
So it's not this like, oh, you're still in this position or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Or maybe we should just move to the Midwest. I don't think so.
Start
though.
fresh.
Yeah. Do
I
all
love
of our
that.
drive-bys there.
Oh, I would love that. That sounds fun.
Okay. It's a plan. Well, thank you so much for coming on my show and for talking about everything. This has been really fun. People can follow you on Twitter at Jenny Mollen.
Jenny and
sorry.
Teets.
Yeah, that's right. I knew that. I don't know why I
What
said
if
that.
you don't even follow me?
I do
go
follow
check
you,
right
though.
now and I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, Jenny and
follow you.
Teets.
Yeah, and I follow you on Instagram. So.
Oh my God. I've been posting a lot lately because Jason's out of town, so I have nothing better to do than post pictures of my dog.
I love the pictures of your dogs, though. You have the cutest dogs.
I'm obsessed with them.
And where else can people go to find out more about you?
I have a Tumblr, but the Smoking Jacket, Playboy's comedy site, has all of my essays, and then Playboy.com has I do a Q&A for them, advice kind of column for them.
Okay.
So yeah.
And
I'm going to be on Hawaii 5-0 in a few weeks.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
And your book roughly comes out when?
Roughly 2014.
Okay. Everyone put 2014
Please
on your
buy
calendar.
my book. Please. That's all.
Thank you so much. This has been super fun. And you guys, if you're going to buy something on Amazon, which you are because they have everything, why not click through the banner on my website at AlisonRosen.com. It does not cost you anything extra, but it helps out the show. You can follow me on Twitter at Alison Rosen. You can follow the show's Twitter feed at ARIYNBF. And that is where you'll get show updates, including when we do fan phone call segment. And you can follow Gary on Twitter at GPatrickSmith. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later.
Hey, do you know about the Alison Rosen Show? We had a good time, but now we gotta go. Thank you for choosing the Alison Rosen Show. Alison Rosen is your new best friend. That's right. That's right. Those good times don't seem to end. That's right. That's right. Alison Rosen is your new best
Alison Rosen Show. Yeah. Yeah, Alison Rosen is your new best friend.
This is Corolla Digital.